And these two scientific discoveries, they correspond directly with the Bible's worldview assertion that a supernatural personal being is responsible for creating and sustaining the universe. In the past 100 years, two of the greatest scientific discoveries of all time have been made, which support the Christian view of reality. First one is that the universe had a beginning at some finite point in time in the past, right? So the universe, everything, time, space, and matter all came into being at some point in the finite past. Second, it's been around our ability to peer deeper into the cell and study life at a molecular level, so molecular biology. Now, while exploring the scientific data for the beginning of the universe, that'll come in a separate video. We'll talk more about that. Suffice to say that, this scientific work alone around the beginning of the universe and the developments of that just in the past 100 years has brought us to a level of scientific certainty that is 99.99999% certain. That's incredible. That's like 7 nines of certitude, of being certain about that the universe had a beginning. And since logically speaking, things that have beginnings and that come into existence, they must have a cause. And we know that there must be a supernatural cause to the beginning of the universe. After all, nature, which is governed by the laws of physics, is all within the universe. That's what nature is. That's where physics are found, is inside the universe that began. It governs this universe. Now, again, there's going to be a separate video discussing what we can know about this supernatural cause of the universe and these attributes of that cause. We also know, according to Dr. James Tour, he's also a leading molecular chemist, one of the top chemists in the world. He's been recognized as one of the top 10 chemists in the world. And his studies into origins of life, that life could not have risen from abiogenesis. Now, abiogenesis just means before the beginning of life, where there's no life, all right? And to make that even simpler, it just means that life cannot come from non-life. You don't go from a state of there not being any life to all of a sudden there being life. And these two scientific discoveries, they correspond directly with the Bible's worldview assertion that a supernatural personal being is responsible for creating and sustaining the universe and all that lives and exists within it. And that is the foundation for a Christian metaphysic. And that's our starting point for building a worldview and understanding this world that we live in. That it's God, a necessary being, who is responsible for creating all things that have come into being.